There's a story behind this one. In my research for the Burlington Railroad, the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad, CB&Q, I ran across a number of pictures of these GP30s, all in freight, liveried up like this. And that made me want one. And I searched, and I searched, and I searched, trying to find one. On the internet, of course. I couldn't find one. Nowhere, no how. The only thing I was ever able to turn up with was a DC, about 30 years old, one of these. Well, DC's not going to work for me. I kept looking and looking and looking. Eventually, I came up with the idea that if I could find one of the same model that was DCC with sound, maybe there was a chance I could exchange the bodies and have what I wanted. Well, sorry, I'm reaching over you. I found this. It's a Reading and Southern. It's a GP30. I don't know how well you can see this. It's not a bad little locomotive, but it has a striking resemblance, I thought, looking at pictures, to this DC model with the livery I wanted, the color scheme I wanted. So I decided to take a chance. I bought the DC and I bought the DCC. And I sat them on the table and I started to try to figure out how they came apart. Eventually I got them apart and I swapped the bodies, and they went on there completely, it went on perfectly. They hadn't changed the molding in all that time. So now I have a DCC Burlington in this color scheme for my freights. And this is basically just a throwaway because it's DC. It's ancient. It's got, it doesn't even have LEDs in it. The bulb, it's got a bulb for the forward, but it is incandescent. So it must be very old. I thought I would give you a glimpse into what I'm doing. Section 1 is wired and they're all brought down. The controls are all brought down to that connector. Its mate is right here. Now, since there will be a control board, I also have to bring a wire from here that connects with one. Where is it? There it is. connects with that one. I have to bring a wire from it down to these control board connectors. There's two of them. This one's about, it's almost half full. Sound confusing is not really. Everything is labeled, so I know what it is at both ends. This has got 230, 229, I believe. When I'm done, it should be relatively effortless to track one down, trace one down, if I need to. Well, I probably will at more than one point in the life of this layout. Time to turn this one over and put some trains on it. While I was out and about in the mountains the other day, basically because I had nothing else to do and I was really bored, I ran across this. It's an old railroad car that's been made into a diner up in the mountains. And what caught my eye was it's a Burlington, and in small print down there, it's C&S, that's Colorado and Southern. So that the Burlington bought the Colorado and Southern, but let the Colorado and Southern run the mountain lines. And that's how this got here. And that's why it's named like it is. I just thought that was really interesting, you know? You just never know if you keep your eyes open. All right, well, we'll see you next week. Next week, we'll be running trains all the way around the loop, I'm sure of it.